All right. We want to start?
Yeah, we can get rocking.
All right. Welcome to episode 59 of the Grindhouse podcast. I'm your host, Edwin Cabrera, aka Steady Eddie. I have my co host with me. Across the screen is my homie, Chris Martin, aka Critta.
What's up, guys? Real quick, just like and subscribe to our channel. It definitely helps us out. We've recently got to 200, and we'll talk more about that later on in the episode. But definitely keep upping those numbers. Also, we got merch for sale. Grindhouse.store. We got a bunch of hoodies. We got beanies. It's cold out there, so pick up some gear. So
We also have our other homie, our other co host, JDM John Lee. What's up, boy?
Going on, guys? Thanks for having me back. Shout out to y'all for making the milestone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say also just thank you to the fans for even getting us to 200 subs. It hasn't been easy. We'll talk more about just the road to 200. But for all of you who have supported us by subscribing, thank you guys so much.
Nice.
You want to get into it, Critter?
Yeah. Let's. I would say the hottest topic. We can get into that. So there's video evidence of this happening, but Tekashi basically ran up on Meek Mill outside of a club, basically screaming at him, and total insane moment. But yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
Have you seen it, John?
I watched like a small snippet of it, and I'm like, my 2 cents on this whole situation is that this all seems to be another curated, interaction between two artists that seemingly are struggling for attention.
Yes. I wouldn't say as much on the Meek Mill side on that one, but I would say that like Tekashi, this is what he does. He does like the PR stunts, I mean, this is like I don't know, like this has happened before with other artists as well. I mean, you could even bring up the Stitches and the game situation where Stitches waited outside the club for his viral moment, screaming and yelling, and then he ended up getting beat up by the game's entourage. But yeah, I mean,
was it Whack 100 that knocked him out?
Yeah, his manager.
His manager. So taught him not to do that shit. But yeah, I mean, this is just like these dudes that want to get attention and go viral. That's
what this specific incident taught me. That was something that, well, as a filmmaker, I obviously know about, but like didn't really equate that to social media so much. Not sure if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's interesting looking at, and actually I shout out No Jumper, I actually caught this on their Twitter. Is interesting Meek Mill's cell phone video of the incident compared to Tekashi. There's a very different story being told between the two videos from each opposing party. Have you guys seen both videos?
No,
I have. Yeah.
You haven't, John?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
All right, I'm gonna play this for you and also for those of you at home who haven't seen this yet.
You's a bitch, nigga. All y'all niggas pussy, nigga.
Let me play from the beginning.
You's a bitch, nigga. 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 I'll fuck you up, nigga. You's a bitch, nigga. All y'all niggas pussy, nigga. You's a pussy. You's a bitch, nigga.
So it looked like, from what I can tell in this video, I'm not sure if you guys want to clarify, if you guys see something I see. It looked like all those dudes are 6ix9ine security, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that looks like 6ix9ine security right here, right?
Oh, well, there's another video in it. That's definitely his security guy.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Shut up. And you with a cop. We out, nigga. And look, you tight. And you with police. And you with police, nigga. Look, that nigga's a cop. That nigga's a cop, nigga. You pussy, nigga.
I mean, that dude who he's talking about, like, looks like he could like crush his head, like a fucking watermelon.
Yeah, Can we go back to what Meek was wearing for a second?
I'm on fire, don't need security in the club. That nigga's a cop. Hey, this nigga pussy, nigga.
Yo, Ed.
He said a Pooh Shiesty lyric in there. Like,
Yo, Ed, zoom back real quick to what Meek Mill was wearing. I want to make a point real quick.
all right.
All right. Anybody who's wearing this outfit right here is not looking for no smoke. Okay, you coming out of a nightclub in Miami or something, you know what I mean? And he does not. That's not a confrontational like outfit. Whereas you look at like 6ix9ine, he's in a sweatsuit, is surrounded by I don't even know how many people there are. Yeah, look. they weren't even in the same establishment. There's no way.
There's no way.
6ix9ine was outside waiting.
Yeah.
He was outside. He didn't go inside.
Because the way they worded it was like he was like at the same club, you know, and happened to, you know, be outside or something. But like, dude, I think he might have got word that he was there and just fucking, you know, waited outside.
I definitely think it was absolutely, in my opinion, just like Tekashi right now is struggling for relevancy. He's desperate for relevance. He's grasping at the straws right now. His album flopped. He got out of jail, you know, pretty much with all sort of street credibility taken away from him. So he has zero street cred. His album flops. He's making terrible music. There's no like right now. There's like he's on like an L streak. So he's just trying to drum up some views, obviously drum up some controversy, try to keep his name, you know, in the spotlight. And this is what he's trying to pull. He's trying to like get Meek Mill wrapped up in something because he's got nothing working for him. So this is what he has to pull. He's got to pull this like shiesty, no pun intended, but he's got to pull these shiesty like moves to try to get like any sort of like social media relevancy anymore because everything else has not worked for him. He's desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for the diss record. That's all I'm saying. The series of diss records between the two, I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Did I miss? Did Meek Mill already? Was he already working on one?
I know he
previewed it or some shit.
Yeah, he like dropped some bars I think on a video like today. So
okay. Well, I'll be on the lookout for any of those bars, but like I don't think it's gonna happen personally. I think people look at Tekashi as a joke. So writing any sort of bars about like I mean, everybody has the one-liner, you know, like the rainbow-haired what blah blah blah, or like a rap blah blah that talks about Tekashi.
Call him a clown.
I don't think anybody's gonna actually dedicate a full song to dissing Tekashi. It's just like why? He's not. Yeah. He doesn't deserve it.
Yo, isn't Meek Mill still on what's that thing called, parole or something like that, or probation?
I believe he's off now.
Well, that's what people are saying. He's trying to. That's what people are trying to say. Tekashi's trying to jam up Meek Mill. That's why people are saying that. You know, obviously Tekashi's out there not looking for. He's not looking to make friends. You know,
and
yeah, Meek Mill is obviously he's. I'm not sure like where he's at with the whole parole situation. I know obviously it was a bad situation for a long time. I'm not sure if they ever amended that or not, but you know, regardless, it is like Tekashi is trying to, you know, get homie tied up in something, you know.
Yeah, but also, did you see that Riff Raff wants to box Tekashi? He like released a video of him boxing and shit.
I have not. One second. Where did you see that?
I sent you the video, but on Instagram.
Where's Riff Raff been?
I got it.
Where's Riff Raff been for the last year? Like 2020 should have.
Dude came out of left field. Like
he's a little late.
A little late for sure. Gonna play.
I'm not impressed with his moves. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Why does Riff Raff always refer to himself as anything but Riff Raff? He's Jody High Roller, and then he refers to himself as Dale D'Antoni.
Hello, 6ix9ine. I see that you like to attempt to start fights with real artists that have police records to where if they were to kick your ass in a parking lot, then they would go to jail and fuck their money up. So I, Dale D'Antoni, which no felony record, would like to turn the tables and play your game with you, as well as up the stakes. I challenge you, 6ix9ine, in the boxing ring for $1 million cash. We both put $1 million in a glass case at a pay-per-view event, and the winner takes all. I will be training starting today, and I will suggest that you do as well. I will give you 3 months of training as well. See you in the ring, you little mosquito. Oh, and did you really think I could steal my rainbow braids and shark grills and then not have to eventually pay the Prada piper? Good luck, 6ix9ine. We'll be 69ing the announcers table when I know you through the rope. Here, lad. Let's get it.
Pause. What?
Sorry, when I threw you through the ropes. I don't know. Yeah, this guy is. There is no running now. This will happen. Wow.
Trying to pay the Prada piper.
I think. Okay.
Yeah,
so, is this fight happening? Yes or no? I'm voting yes.
I think it will. I mean, dude wants to be relevant. Like both parties want to be relevant, and that's their way to do it. Is box each other. Yeah, I think it definitely could happen.
Yeah, I don't think 6ix9ine should be sitting outside a club waiting for Meek Mill to roll up. I think he should be challenging Riff Raff over here to a celebrity boxing match. That's where that's actually where he can make some money. I mean, I don't see Tekashi being. I can see him selling another 50,000 records to 13-year-old fans, and that could last him maybe like if he puts out an album next 2 years. I think in 3 years he's going to be a bunch of nobody. So he better cash it now with this boxing match while he has a chance, because 3 years from now there won't be $1 million match for him. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I mean, even like with the whole like what is it, Triller? Like they did their celebrity boxing. So it's definitely there's an avenue for them to go in.
Yep. That's what I think is going to happen for sure. I think Triller's going to pick that up.
Yeah, if they were smart, they would definitely do it. So.
Well, look at what entertainment has turned into. It's now let's pin artists against each other, and like versus battles and like boxing matches. Like it's everything. Like
it's like a gladiator arena type thing. Yeah.
Thought we have to look forward to now.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next thing. So Cyhi The Prince says his car flipped over and crashed after he was shot at in Atlanta. And that happened, I believe, on Friday. So he had this long statement that he released on his Instagram. Yeah, it sounds pretty fucked up. So,
absolutely. Did you see the pictures of the car accident?
Yeah, it looked horrible. Yeah, I think the car like flipped over and shit. Like,
yeah. Man, as a big Cyhi fan, I was pretty sad to see that. Did you guys read his full post about how like they chased him down, shot him, he crashed the car, and then they came back and kept shooting?
That's crazy. What is Cyhi? I mean, who's targeting Cyhi like that? What is Cyhi? Yeah. God damn.
Word.
And I mean, even in his post, he said he's like, dude, I haven't been in the streets for over a decade. Like, and the sounds of it, he just wants some closure from all this. And obviously I don't blame him. And he, clearly doesn't want any problems. He just, he wants to know like why someone would do that.
That truck is messed the hell up.
That's fucked up.
Do you guys remember the DJ Envy situation?
No, I don't. What happened in that situation?
It's kind of something similar, but not as extreme, which is Envy had gotten chased down by like fake police. He thinks it was probably just an attempted carjacking. And he was also, I know, I only thought about it because I saw that this is also, I think, a Rolls Royce truck. And it sounds like it could have just been a situation where he was just a dude driving in a nice, expensive truck. They're probably just trying to, this is me speculating, I don't know if this is the case, but, you know, you see a guy driving a truck, don't matter who it is, you probably just wanted to, you know, carjack him and get the money or something like that, right? It's a similar situation, but I think Envy got away as opposed to where Cyhi got really messed up.
Yeah.
And, you know, it could just been a situation where like dude was just in a really nice truck, and like I said, they wanted it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the pictures are crazy. Like, this is absolutely nuts. I'm gonna read this post real quick. I mean, it's a kind of long-winded one, but let me see what Cyhi is saying here. Today is a day about love, but in my city, the city of Atlanta, there's no love here anymore. A couple nights ago, there was an attempt on my life. Somebody tried to gun me down on the highway. I tried everything I could to lose them, but they were adamant about taking me off this earth. They were shooting at me while I was driving, and even after my car flipped, hit a pole, and crashed into a tree, they came back and shot the car up some more. At this point, I don't know if it was a mistaken identity, a robbery, or associated with something that I did when I was younger, but I haven't been in the streets in over a decade. I just want to know why and if there is anything I can do to fix the issue. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and I have tremendous love for my city, but it's chaotic out here. I'm trying my best to keep a level head, but when you don't know who is after you, it's hard to wrap your mind around it and not be paranoid. By the grace of God and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I am still here. I just want to let people know who were trying to kill me that I am not a bad person. I don't want revenge. I just want understanding and closure. So everyone that's in Atlanta right now, please protect yourself, stay out of harm's way, um, because it could be over in a split second. I understand there's a lot of beef going on in the city between different crews that is fueled by music, but it is time that we all have to sit down and have a peace meeting. There are too many lives lost over music. I know I'm not king of my city or nothing, but real dealers, I won't say no names, but you guys know who you are. You are all extremely blessed to have the careers that you have and be able to feed your family and loved ones. It's time to stop the violence in Atlanta. I don't have all the answers, and I definitely don't have the power to make it stop. But I do feel like somebody got to step up and say something. So much love to every artist, label, hustler, crew in my city. Please, let's resolve our problems. We don't have to kill each other, man. Shaking my head. Thanks, Atlanta. I wrote this letter to y'all with my tears in my E. Ah, man, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And I think I don't know what's happening in Atlanta right now, but there has been a lot of just from the King Von thing, obviously this. I mean, there's been a couple few other situations. There's been a lot of
Like I mean, just a couple of months ago, like Benny the Butcher was in a similar situation.
that was Houston though. That was Houston.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying hip hop artists in general
totally
are dealing with this.
Absolutely. Hip hop.
Yeah.
I think hip hop in general. I don't know. There was a while I feel like where I mean, things happen here and there, but not in the rate that it's been happening at lately. Because even you talk about Lynn, we had a little bit of a shooting during a music video. Like this, I don't know what's happening in hip hop lately, but I would think maybe it's the young generation that's like a little bit looser with the guns. I don't know, but I'm with Cyhi on this one. What the fuck is happening? Like,
Yeah,
if he's
that's
been
crazy.
out of reach for 10 plus years, why is somebody like that? What he described sounded like a scene from a movie. Like,
Yeah.
who's trying to gun Cyhi like that?
My piece on it is, we're going through that whole pandemic thing right now. There's a lot of people out of work, but also I think the whole being a rapper, you naturally kind of have this aura of, perceived, I guess, success or just having money, right? I don't know how much other ways I could put it, but maybe these rappers are just getting targeted, or music industry folks are getting targeted just because of that. If you're driving through a town in a Rolls Royce truck, or you shooting a music video, there's somebody who's out there who's hungry. They just happen to have a gun. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a whole lot for them to kind of find a really, any reason to try to just go make $1 real quick, or catch a lick off of somebody. I think there's a lot of just that happening. within hip hop, and maybe we're just seeing it like I don't think any of these situations are all connected. It's just motivated by probably the same things. Just like it's a tough time for everybody, so it's just coming out of desperation.
I could be completely wrong about this. So this is me just fucking at this point just gossiping, but I think that with all like Critter, you touched on the fact that this has been happening throughout hip hop, and I agree with you. I wanted to, I guess, more talk about specifically Atlanta. I'm feeling like this has been happening in Atlanta a lot more recently than I guess I'm used to hearing. And I think that it because we all hear of Atlanta being like the hub for artists, being very artist friendly, being very communal. Different crews mess with each other. Like everybody's always like, like extending their hand to somebody else that's younger than them or just coming up or whatever. I feel like what we're hearing now is almost like the drawback of success in a sense. It's not like I'm shit talking, but what I'm saying is Atlanta's getting money right now. Atlanta's getting some serious money right now. There's a lot of really popular acts. You can say like Atlanta right now is like the mecca of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know too many people that will argue. Obviously, everybody always brings up New York, but Atlanta right now is where the hits are coming from. And so maybe, just maybe, there's a lot more people getting money than before, and a lot more people, I guess, in these rooms or feel like they deserve to be in these rooms. And so, whereas before everybody was trying to make it up and it was more communal, now it's like, times have changed a little bit where maybe people have gotten their money and have gotten their, I don't know, like they're maybe in a different phase of success than they were before. I'm not sure, but I find it interesting. I think that I've hear little things here and there about certain crews. Like we've heard about quality control and their internal, beef. We hear about internal beef with a lot of Atlanta artists, but what they do so well in Atlanta is like when they do have beef, you don't hear too much about it in the outside. They handle it in house. But I'm curious about what is really happening, under the hood, because it's a lot of questions, and not a lot of answers.
Mm-hmm. Is he doing all right? Do we know about that?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think he's good. But I mean, think about like the PTSD from that situation. Like that's gonna sit with him for forever. I mean, that's awful. So,
dude, you got shot at while driving. Imagine how horrifying that is on the highway. Imagine how horrifying getting shot at on the highway, and then crashing because obviously like you're panicking driving on the highway, and then the person comes back to shoot you while you've crashed. That yeah, man, he's gonna need serious therapy after that. That's I don't care who you are. That's a harrowing experience. A harrowing experience.
How much?
Go ahead, John. You can go ahead.
All right. I was gonna just say, like, how much do you guys listen to Cyhi's music? Or ask rather.
I guess I'm not. Cyhi isn't like the top of my fucking hip hop list, but I love No Dope on Sundays. When did that come out?
That's a good album.
Album, yeah.
Yeah,
I listen to that album a lot still, right?
Oh yeah.
And I'm thinking back to there's a lyric in here that he says something about it's basically along the lines of like they would do a shooting just to send a message kind of thing. It talked about like the Durango or something like that in one of his songs. I can't recall right now totally, but it's, he talked about, I've been out of the streets for a decade, so on and so forth. But I don't know if, this is again speculating and like you said, like just kind of like thinking about like what situations could occur. And maybe it has something to do with some of the things he talked about in his music, like reminding people that's what happened at the time. And this is just more so of like a due date for the retaliation of that type of thing.
Damn. I mean,
that's a good point.
I guess it's never too late to retaliate if that's the case, because he said in the Instagram post, he hasn't been in the streets for 10 years. So like, Jesus. Man.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope he's good, and I hate seeing this shit. It sucks, but All right, let's move on. Let's hit on. There's this thing that Souja Boy's been saying that he's basically the founder of like going viral. What's everyone's thoughts on that? Do you think he's the actual founder of doing this shit?
As for me, my vote is for the guy that does Unforgivable. That's the viral king for me because that was like the first viral video I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Souja Boy being, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, he's definitely part of like that whole like internet like rap thing. Like,
yeah,
like he helped push that forward. Definitely, like he's part of that. But as for like someone that is like, like is the god of going by, it's nah. Like he hasn't been relevant for like 10 years now. Like, yeah.
I think he in his own right is a legend in hip hop. I know I heard a lot of people talk about how he's put on like Souja Boy's actually put on a lot of people before they ever blew up, and he was kind of like their big homie of the South. So there's some truth behind, I guess, him knowing the formula of getting attention, right? I mean, like he had us doing the Souja Boy like crank that dance like back in the day. Like everybody knew about that song, and then he had a whole bunch of hits after that. But in terms of like king of going viral and stuff like that, I mean, like I guess what kind of like viralness is he talking about? Is it just purely going viral? Because there's not a whole lot of positive outcome of going viral ever.
Yeah, especially in the last like probably like 10 years. I mean, maybe he's been in the news for like just like weird shit he said, but like that's about it. Like
I would say, see, if he had worded it differently and said that he's the first like hip hop like whatever to go viral, I might want to give him that. But the first he said, it seems like he said the first like he invented going viral. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. Maybe the first hip hop artist to go viral, because I remember like what was that Souja Boy song? That was pretty viral, right? I mean, but that was a song. Like what instance? I can't remember what instance he went viral, but I like there was before Souja Boy wasn't let's see. Oh, Souja Boy what came on in 06, 05, 06?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like I said, he might have gone viral in the hip hop realm, and maybe that's what's coming fame. But yeah, no, there was a lot of other viral moments before Souja Boy came around, I believe. Like I said, Unforgivable was up 04, 03, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, even through the 90s, you had rappers already going viral about a whole bunch of stuff. Hip hop, I don't think is nothing new about going viral over bad news, right?
Yeah, because I even think of like 50 Cent, like when he was beefing with like Rick Ross in the game, like he was shooting all those like little like vlog type videos and shit like that. So, yeah. Like,
and I still say Joe Budden is the king of going viral.
Yeah, I mean Joe Budden
as a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing rap, but like just specifically in rap, I still think Joe Budden is better at going viral than Souja Boy. Because Souja Boy has his moments, the Drake, definitely a viral moment. I'll give him that. That's a viral moment. He's got a few of those, but you can't be Joe Budden throwing rocks at a bunch of kids, or Joe Budden sliding down an escalator, screaming at the top of his lungs. Like, there's so many random Joe Budden moments where you're just like, this guy's a trip.
Yeah. Joe Budden make it so difficult to be a Joe Budden fan. Like, I feel like my whole life I had to like justify how I only listened to his mixtapes. like everything else he does, it makes it so difficult to be a Joe Budden fan.
I think now he's redeemed himself as like, because obviously like he's got the podcast, he's got the network and stuff. So I mean he's doing his thing now. I feel like he found his like the thing that he loves to do and he's really good at, and but
he's in front of the camera and getting attention without all the negativity of the ways he used to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He still gets in trouble though, but I guess
Not like that though. Not like.
well,
like,
he's getting paid for it now. He's making bones off it now. Before it was just he's just doing random dumb shit.
Yeah.
Joe Budden chasing down kids with rocks in his hands and a white beater is crazy. Like you know.
He was mad. He was real mad.
He was super mad.
But like, I also don't know what it's like to like be a celebrity and like deal with like people like hounding you and like fucking with you. So yeah, well, I mean,
I feel like you wouldn't handle it well, Krita. I feel like
probably not, and that's why I think I'm that's why I think I'm defending Joe right now because I honestly I probably wouldn't handle it well either. So
I know it's not on our subject list, but have y'all like followed at all about what's going on with Britney Spears and this whole canceled Justin Timberlake debacle?
I haven't heard of the canceled Justin Timberlake, but I gotta watch that documentary on Hulu about her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole Saving Britney thing, right? I don't know too much about it, but I kind of believe it because, like, Chris, you made a good point about if you like, we don't know what it's like to be like a famous artist who everybody is looking at you, kind of like a Taylor Swift. Like, we don't know how crazy she actually is in real life, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it reminds me a lot of that, where like, you know, people are saying that Britney Spears had a whole bunch of controlling situations with her father or something, and Justin Timberlake basically is getting canceled right now because they're finding out that he made up the whole thing about how she cheated on him. Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
He made that up?
Yeah, apparently he made that up and like was just basically fueling the fire of the, you know, the smear campaign of Britney Spears, I believe.
What a piece of shit.
Wow.
Right?
I mean, obviously it's like conspiracy shit, so like we don't know, but like I mean, I definitely believe that her dad like controlled like her money shit.
I don't think that it's conspiracy at all, Krita, to be honest with you. I mean, you there's court papers. There's
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like the Justin Timberlake thing. Like if he intentionally did that, like knowing that it would like fuel the campaign against her.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've seen this before. There's a really good movie about the lead singer of the Beach Boys, Dennis fucking I'm forgetting his last name. It's called I believe it's called Mercy from his song. The movie stars like Paul Giamatti and John Cusack. The movie's crazy, but like this is not something that is new in Hollywood. Handlers are something that you know, the Hollywood elite like deal with. I mean, you know, it's funny, like handlers sometimes I think are completely normal in society. For example, like, you know,
sports
exactly
that.
Sports have handlers. And I found that out. I didn't know they called them handlers, but yeah, like, you know, these people are there with the basketball players or whatever to make sure they're getting everything they need because the players have to worry about sports. And I'm sure in you know, in the world of stardom and celebrity, it's probably the same thing. Like you need these people's handlers to be able to, you know, get you the things that you need that you wouldn't be able to get yourself because you're fucking a huge celebrity. But in certain cases, like in the movie, like I said, if you guys have a chance to watch it. It's really good. You know, that could be when your handler / manager or whatever has a lot of power, like in your business dealings, that can really backfire and screw you over. And you know, in Britney's case, like the fact that her father is also like kind of overseeing her funds, that's like, I mean, you think about like child abuse, and I know Britney's obviously a 39, 40-year-old woman, she's not a child anymore, but if what they're saying is true, and I don't know if you guys are on Britney's Instagram at all. The lady's got a mind of a what seems like a 13-year-old.
Yep.
Something's wrong. Something's obviously wrong. And
well, yeah, I'm sure when you become a celebrity at such a young age, you don't really quite develop, you know, like just the other human skills that we have to have, like, you know, feeding yourself and like being, you know, just doing adult shit, you know.
Britney's a little weirder than that. I agree, but Britney's a little weirder than that. I don't know. Have you checked her Instagram, Krita?
I haven't.
All right.
Yo,
But with you saying that, I definitely will.
Yeah.
Keep talking while I pull up a video of Britney's Instagram.
Yo, Ed, I agree with you. She is off her rocker.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if it's because of like the abuse or just like, you know, the child stardom type of thing. Because we see the same thing with like Michael Jackson and all those other like child prodigies, like Justin Bieber to an extent. Like that dude's kind of wild too.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a study out there about if you were a child star, if there was like a lack of like, you know, cognitive development that occurs because you're just, you know, treated as a god basically your whole life.
Basically a product, you know, you're essentially, yeah, you're there to make profits. So, oh geez.
It's a little confusing for me. I love sharing. The moment we've all been waiting for last week. The Super Bowl. I was so excited, but honestly, I was rooting for Kansas City, but I was also rooting for the other team, so it was a little confusing for me. I love sharing.
What?
What is she talking about?
She didn't even name the other team, but she was rooting for the other team. Let's see more. Let's see what else she's got. Oh yeah, dance routine.
She somehow, like, her whole page reminds me of just like the weird people from like your high school that you just like realize you're still Facebook friends with, but you have no connection to.
Yo, I mean, you're right. You're right on the money. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like you're basically only paying attention to see the train wreck. But,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Is this? I don't know. I don't get, like, what is this supposed to be? Is this interpretive? What's the type of dancing called? What is this?
So for our audio listeners, we're watching a video of Britney Spears dancing on her Instagram.
She's not very good, which kind of like, I mean, you think about like, what's that? Oops, I Did It Again. You know, like those are you when you look back at those moves. Now that I've seen Britney dancing and I realize that she can't dance to save her life. When you look at Oops, I Did It Again, you realize it's just a bunch of TikTok-y moves. There's not really a lot of talent with the Oops, I Did It Again. There's just a bunch of TikTok sequences. So
it was TikTok before TikTok.
It really
existed.
is. Oops, I Did It Again is TikTok before TikTok. There's no Chris Brown type dancing in that. There's no Michael Jackson type. This is just stupid synchronized like TikTok shit.
That's true.
Yo, Ed, how much time did you spend dissecting the choreography of Oops, I Did It Again?
No. It literally is just hitting me now watching Britney dance that she can't dance. And then it made me think of Oops, I Did It Again. I was like, wait, they weren't really
wait a minute
crazy in that video. They weren't really doing crazy moves in that video.
Nah. Because why you need crazy moves when you got a chick dressed up as like a schoolgirl? I think Britney Spears was like 15 years old in that video or something like that, right?
Yeah, shit was really fucked up back then.
Weird, man.
All right, we should probably move it along. What else we got?
All right. Well, unfortunately, we have to talk about something a lot more serious. So Nicki Minaj's father passed away in a hit and run accident. So super awful. I can't imagine what she's going through because that was completely unexpected. So
I don't really have much to add other than hopefully, thoughts and prayers are with Nicki and her family. It seems like she's had a very hard time with her family. Her brother's a convicted pedophile. Father has just been essentially murdered by somebody. I hope that they find whoever the fuck would do something like that.
Yeah, I hope she gets some closure on the situation because
she's been
that's
having
terrible.
Year. And I think maybe that's why she's settling down, having a family, because like her life has been, because she was with Meek a few years back, and then that whole situation was crazy, and he goes to jail. So it's like
Yeah.
for her, I feel like for Nicki, it's been like one thing after another, and
Yeah.
I feel bad. I mean, I'm not the biggest Nicki Minaj fan, and I definitely don't like her personality. She's very like diva. I just don't really like that type of like I don't know. It's not for me, but I feel for her, man. Like
Yeah.
anybody in the situation, I feel for. So thoughts and prayers is all I gotta say. It sucks, and I hope that they find whoever would be fucked up enough to hit somebody, kill them, and flee the scene without, like, come on, man. That's I hope they find that person. They go to jail. That's fucked up.
Yeah. So it yeah sucks, and I like I said, I hope they figure some shit out. But all right, so let's move on to the last thing that we have. So we reached 200 subscribers on our YouTube. It's taken us a while to do it. Yeah, let's talk about the road there.
All right. So first thing, so I want to talk about so maybe some things we may have learned along the way to 200. I'll say the first thing that I learned at 200, and you guys can very easily tell if you go on the Grindhouse Recordings YouTube channel. How many videos do we have up on the channel right now? Like, I mean, there's a lot of videos we put
I
up.
want to say in the 70s.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos that we've put out. One thing I've learned is that chasing the algorithm is I don't know, not to say it's a fool's mission, but we've done, 55 plus podcasts, a bunch of other content, and it's been a struggle to even get to 200. So this whole like, get to a certain point and that algorithm starts to really kick in. That's a lot tougher. That's a
Yeah.
lot easier said than done, but it's a lot tougher to actually do, because you got to keep creating content even through it all. Like,
Yeah.
we could hit 200 now. We started doing the podcast July of 2019, I believe,
Yeah.
and in before that, I think we were just like putting up music videos and stuff like that. So it's like it takes a while to even hit a stride.
It's a grind for sure.
200
It's
is great, don't get me wrong, but fuck, it was hard.
yeah. And I mean, I hear like the first 1,000 is the toughest, and like once you get past that, it's a lot easier to get people and get kind of caught into that algorithm. So hopefully, hopefully we can keep going and keep getting those numbers up.
But by this rate, we'll reach 1,000 in about 2027. So
hopefully not. Hopefully we'll get some good content up there where we get a little bit of a bump. So
what I will say is, for anybody who's out there who's interested in starting their own podcast or whatever the case is, one thing that I say absolutely works and that you should think about, just utilizing in your videos, as cheesy as it sounds, it absolutely needs to be done. You got to do an ask. You got to do the ask at the beginning of your video.
Yeah.
Because people never ever remember to subscribe. People never remember to like unless you remind them to. And sometimes I actually like when I'm watching a YouTube video and I really like the YouTube personality I'm watching. I actually like when they remind me to subscribe and like, because sometimes I don't remember to subscribe to the video, and because I click away from it, that video or that personality might not pop into my feed again. So I actually like when I'm reminded to subscribe and like the video, because it reminds me that, oh yeah, I do enjoy this person. I should subscribe and like, because then I'll see their content more. So don't be afraid and don't be ashamed to ask for people to like and share and subscribe to your video, because people will not remember otherwise. And that's one thing we didn't do that at first with our podcast. Like our first, I forgot when we started like doing ask at the beginning of the podcast, but it took at least 30 podcasts to get to that point.
Yeah.
And
now it's like it's part of what we do, it's like, and we need people to subscribe, we need people to like it. So
we've embedded it into our intro, but also I personally, I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if we have any numbers, analytics that we can pull up, but after we began integrating that beginning of the video, we ask for subscriptions, share, like, whatever. Our numbers have gone up. So I think there's an absolute correlation between doing that ask in the beginning, getting it out of the way, reminding people to subscribe, and an increase in followership. Because like I said, we did at least the first 30 podcasts with forgetting, because we tried to remember to do the ask at the beginning every time and we would always forget.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't care enough to really kind of follow through with it.
Or we felt like weird, like asking
Yeah,
people
it just
to
feels,
like
it, it feels the same as
engage with us. Like it just felt weird.
Yeah, it feels the same way as like somebody asking for money. It feels weird, but once you get used to it, it becomes, it just rolls off the tongue, and people, I think, I don't know, appreciate you for reminding them. I always feel appreciated.
Yeah.
I mean, I always am appreciative when people remind me to subscribe when I like a video. So
yeah, definitely.
Don't be afraid to do that. There's definitely a plus side to doing it, as we can attest.
So, what is, I guess, like, you guys hit 200, and we're talking about all the milestones and the learnings that it took. First of all, congrats to you guys. 200 people in one room would be a pretty scary audience to talk to, in my opinion. That's a lot of people listening every time. But, you know, I'm obviously still new to this, but I'm just wondering, you know, for you guys, now that you hit this milestone, right, what are the, I guess, like the next things that you guys want to get to, and how would you achieve it? You know, how do you guys plan to achieve it?
I think I'll speak a little bit on this, and you know, this is something that me and Edwin have been talking about, but just like improving like some of the like sort of like elements on our channel. So like adding, you know, an intro to the podcast, you know, adding like different assets to like basically a rundown of all of our topics, adding that to like, you know, the video template. So just like upgrading some of the visuals.
Yeah, I think we've also talked about content.
Yeah, that too.
And so I've been focusing, like, I think, I don't know if I made this announcement yet. I guess this is a perfect time to make an announcement because you teed it up for us perfectly, John. We're working on a mini doc series on Lynn hip hop. And that's something we're going to be working up throughout the year. It's been a little slow going to begin the year just because of COVID, and there's been a few hiccups, but you know, we've been trying to reach out to hip hop artists in Lynn and schedule interviews, just so we can create a documentary on Lynn hip hop that isn't it like a feature length documentary that people can take in bite-sized pieces via our YouTube channel. So we'll keep you posted on that. We are working on a mini doc now. I will share more news about that later on. But for right now, you know, hang on. We definitely have more content coming other than podcasts. Yeah, but thank you, John, for teeing that up, because yeah, we've definitely been working on, you know, tightening things here and there and figure out more ways to integrate and build interest and engagement with our audience. And yeah, there's more. We definitely have some things coming. So
cool.
Definitely some stuff in the queue. So
cool. So. So I feel like I'm just interviewing you guys now, since y'all always interview other people, all right? So I love, I really love talking to different creators and, you know, content developers and even business owners and stuff, because we're all at different points in our progress. You know, we all have different goals and whatnot. And you know, looking at what you guys have achieved, I mean, you know, you got Grindhouse gear now, y'all did shows, y'all have artists signed, all that good stuff, right? In the growth of the beginning to where you guys are at today, celebrating this milestone, what are some key things that stand out to you guys as like big wins that made y'all keep going? Like, what were happy moments?
I think honestly, when artists speak highly of us, you know, and they fuck with us and they want to work with us, to me, that's what, like, it reminds me, like, okay, we are doing something good here. And you know, we have to keep doing it. So
yeah, I would say that I agree with Critter. That's absolutely a big part of what keeps us going, is like the artist support. You know, we get so much support from artists appreciating the fact that we're even taking the time to reach out to them about their music, you know, because it's not like a lot of people are doing it right now. I think in the future, I know I'm going off topic a little bit, but I'll try to bring it back in. But like in the future, I would love to see more media related, you know, brands companies, whatever within Lynn, you know. And it's cool that Grindhouse, like we're kind of one of the first people like in that kind of realm to like really kind of highlight Lynn hip hop artists and give them a forum to come in and get to, you know, people to know them and listen to the music and stuff like that. But I really hope in the future that more people start doing this, whether it be a podcast, videos, little documentaries, whatever it is. I think that we have a lot of really talented artists, and I don't think we have enough people highlighting, you know, why people should listen to those artists. And I think that, um, uh, you know, to make this scene, this culture, this Lynn hip hop culture bigger than it already is, I think we need a mixture of both the artists and also the people who help promote these artists. So I'm really proud of that. I just think that artists, you know, giving us our flowers and showing us appreciation is probably one of the best feelings ever, because it's not, we don't, Crit and I don't do it for money, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, like, yeah. But
so the only thing that we really are getting from it is just, I guess, in the sense, like, just respect from the community, you know. So that's really all we're doing it for. I think in terms of moments that have really like resonated with me, or that stick out in my mind, first thing is our show. You know, it's a little,
Yeah.
you know, it unfortunately we only got to do one last year because of COVID. I'm really glad that we were able to do that one, because I've been, ever since that show, I've been wanting so badly to do another one, and we haven't been able to because of COVID. But it, like, if had we not done that one show, I'm not sure if I would have, because, you know, obviously I think there's things in that show we could have improved on and done better, but because it was our first one, I thought we did a pretty good job. Um, you know, had we never had done that though, I'm not sure I would have the like angst I do now of wanting to do another one. You know, I'm really excited because I know how well that first one went and what we did right and what we did wrong. That I'm very much want to do the second one.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful for that. Obviously, the performances were really great in the show. I love the cipher that happened in the show, and just in general, that was a really good moment. I think for Lynn hip hop, and especially for Grindhouse, like that was a great moment for us. And yeah, that was probably my favorite moment of Grindhouse so far, was that show.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a big moment for us, because like people like literally, because obviously a lot of those people, like, they knew us from the podcast or whatever, or interviewing their artist or whatever. But yeah, just having people in a room, like, you know, having our Grindhouse like backdrop, and it was just dope to see it all like come together in like one night. So yeah, I definitely want to do more of that stuff. Hopefully, you know, we can get out of this COVID shit, and we can have an actual like an event or something soon. So we'll see.
Word.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm super proud of you guys. Honestly, y'all doing a good thing out there for, like, you know, the hip hop community in general. I think you know, there's a lot of people ahead of y'all, and a lot of people are gonna come after y'all too, in terms of paving the way. And like, I think this podcast, especially with everything you guys have done with the interviews and just bringing the light of all these local artists, it's major. You know what I mean? It's our own little like cluster of kind of like a XXL magazine before XXL. You know,
Yeah.
Comes into play. So I think that's so good. It's really honestly like pretty cool shit to see.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that.
So I guess the last question I got for you guys is just, you know, y'all talked about the future. Y'all talked about, you know, what y'all trying to do next, all that good stuff. I mean, what's your, I guess it's a good milestone and a bookmark section right here, right? 200 followers, episode, whatever episode this is, you know, like, I guess, like, what do you want to say to future you when y'all look back at, you know, when y'all, you know, are 400,000 million followers and you look back at 200?
Stay humble. Stay humble.
It's a good one.
I love it. I'll say stay hungry. Stay hungry and stay humble. I think when you mix those two together, man, you get a potent 1-2 combo.
Definitely. It's a good mix.
Yeah, man.
All
Cool.
right. I
think
got before we close it out for tonight, I got one more.
Oh yeah,
for you
I
guys.
forgot about this.
So we brought it up last week. We brought it up the last sidebars, and I definitely did not forget. Big Body Best, shout out to Big Body Best, one of the most electrifying personalities in all of cable.
So entertaining.
So, very entertaining. His Twitter is just as entertaining as he is on Fuck That's Delicious. So in honor of Big Body Best, I present to you Big Body Best tweets by me. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
I gotta get in the Big Body Best mindset. Give me a second. I gotta get in my body bag mindset.
Your body bag.
I gotta get my body language mindset.
You gotta get a big ass poofy jacket, maybe a polo hoodie, and
Yep.
They told me my aggressive nature, street tactics, and love for leather, I can't even say it right. I can't even be Big Body Best for 2 seconds without fucking it up. Give me one more. Give me one more shot.
All right, one more shot.
They told me my aggressive nature, street tactics, and love for leather will one day ruin me. Just imagine if I had braids and patience.
Fucking poet.
Yo,
goddamn poet, dude.
Body with braids would be crazy, son.
Yo, he should drop a book of just his tweets.
Hold on, shut the fuck up.
He would make a killing off that.
Fred, I'm not done, goddammit. I'm not done.
All right.
Playing both sides could keep you safe or get you shot twice. But what do I know? I made a living from standing on corners, making hand signals and Spanish animal noises.
Great.
Brilliant. They don't even believe in God, but want to pray on my downfall. Things like this are going to make me fall in love with your family.
I feel so bad for the audio listeners because they have to watch it, they have to listen to you smash the drum. I'm sure it sounds amazing.
I'll try to level it out.
Level it out.
Real men don't gossip. Speaking negative on another man's name in an interview and trying to ruin his reputation for attention is not acceptable. This is why your baby father still smokes Blue Dream. All right, y'all.
Man.
You guys have a good night. Take care. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, share, fucking bell button, all. Just remember to show us some love. Stay tuned next week. We got a special guest. We got a special interview. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Peace.
See ya.